guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a brilliant, amazing, happy, fun day. Today's video is pretty well a full face of first impressions, so I've got a bunch of new makeup. If you saw my recent big Sephora sale haul, if you haven't, I will link it down below. But I got a bunch of new makeup and I just couldn't wait. It's like 8 AM in the morning and I'm like, girl, we gotta play with this stuff. So I've got heaps of newly released products here. It is a lot of makeup and I'm not gonna tell you how much it cost me. Just want to keep this super chatty and casual, and yeah, let's stop rambling and jump straight into the video. Okay, so I'm starting. Oh, the battery light, really? I've been filming for 3 minutes and the battery light's on? I'm going to start out with this moisturiser from Clinique. This is the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturiser. So this is a moisturiser that controls oil production and it also blurs the skin to, you know, reduce the appearance of fine lines, enlarged pores, all that type of stuff. All right, so when you open this one up, ooh. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. It's got a really interesting texture. Can you guys see that in there? It's like quite thick. It looks very much more like a primer than a moisturiser. This is cool. So I'm just going to take probably about that much because I feel like that'll do my entire face. And I'm going to apply that to my skin. Now my skin is freshly washed and it's got nothing else on it. So, oh, it feels so nice and soft. Alright, so that moisturiser is actually drying down. It feels quite tacky at the moment, so what I will do is I will jump off camera quickly. I like to leave my moisturisers, you know, a good 10 minutes to sort of settle into the skin before going in with a primer, just to make sure that there are no interactions. So I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Alright, so that product has it pretty well all absorbed into the skin, and my pores definitely do look blurred. It feels very nice and matte, doesn't feel, you know, greasy. There's no sort of residue or film on the skin, which I really like. With this video also, I will update in the description bar my thoughts on all the products and how they wore throughout the day. Next up, I've got this primer from Laura Mercier. This is the foundation primer. Now, I have tried the Radiance version of this, and unfortunately, I mean, it looked really, really beautiful, but I was just too oily to be able to wear it on my skin. So this one is meant, ooh, hello. This one is meant to be, you know, just sort of like their straight basic foundation primer. All right, skin is feeling good. That's really nice. It's really nice and lightweight. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it, other than it feels great. Next up from MAC, I've got their brand new foundation that they've only just released. This is called the Next to Nothing Face Color. Now, this is supposed to be a foundation that you can't see on the skin. So it's supposed to give you, you know, really beautiful, you know, natural, flawless skin without it looking cakey or heavy, and pretty well without being able to see it there. I think that is a brilliant idea. You know, so many people are after that natural, no makeup look. So I'm going to pop a couple of pumps of this foundation on the back of my hand. I'm assuming that you need to shake it. Let's shake it anyway. So it's quite liquidy, and yeah, definitely looking at medium plus. Unfortunately, that color's a little bit too peachy for me, so what I'm going to do is mix medium in with it. So those are those two colors there. Now, apparently this foundation is a product that you can mix with your other foundations. You can mix it with concealer if you want to build up the coverage and still have that, you know, no makeup kind of look and feel to the skin. I'm going to go in and apply this now. Yeah, it definitely reminds me more of like a BB cream, you know, kind of coverage, like very, very natural. This one will be great for those of you who don't like to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. Okay, so I've applied it in this area here and see how, you know, my skin is looking kind of really natural and radiant as opposed to this side, but it doesn't really look like I'm wearing any foundation. I mean, you can still see, you know, a couple of red spots, and obviously you would go in and cover them with a concealer. Definitely, it just looks like my skin, but better. Honestly, you would never know I even had foundation on. Now, the eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is full of glitter. So what I'm going to do is actually mix the foundation with some Pro Longwear concealer. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear concealer in NC35. This is a brand newie, never used. Going to make a bit of a concoction on the back of my hand. Oh my god, that looks amazing. If you've never used Pro Longwear concealer before, it's an extremely liquidy, lightweight concealer that is very, very high in coverage. Like, crazy high in coverage. All right, so that is what my skin looks like. I actually really, really like it. It looks so healthy and natural. And looking at my skin now, I don't even want to build the coverage up anymore. I kind of like how you can see, you know, freckles and, you know, areas of redness and stuff. And it's actually, I think I'm going to settle for a more natural makeup look today. So the eyeshadow palette that I was going to use, we're going to ditch it and we're going to try another one. All right, moving on to brows. And I have actually teamed up with Benefit Cosmetics for today's video. So I'm going to be showing you guys some of the Benefit brow products. Now, these obviously aren't, you know, new products that I've never tested, but these have got to be some of my favorite brow products that are out there. And if you are like me and your brows are, you know, naturally quite sparse, I mean, I have obviously got microblading done, but you want, you know, like natural looking, but you want them to look thicker. These two products here are my favorite ones to use. So this here is the Benefit Browsing. So inside here you've got a cream formula and then a powder formula. So you can use the cream to sort of sculpt and shape the brow and then the powder to fill. Also comes with a little double-ended brush and a pair of tweezers if you need to pluck out a few strays. We all get those. I know. Actually, I plucked Brandon's eyebrows the other night. He nearly cried. I was like, now whose pain tolerance is high? These are just like bang, bang, bang. They blend out. They don't look, you know, unnatural or fake. They look really, really nice and they're just easy. All right, so now that the brows are filled in, I'm going to use the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is a brow gel that has fibers in it that actually build up the volume of your brows. Now, like I've said so many times before, and honestly, I've been using this product for I think maybe 4 years. I am not blessed with naturally like thick brows. They're actually also blonde and I continuously have to tint them, you know, so you can actually see them. It's like this whole saga. But I love this stuff because it colors in the hairs and like look how much thicker the hairs look. Like it sounds weird, but this brow's like really nice and hairy and this brow is not. All right, I've got some new eyeshadow primers from Urban Decay. This is the eyeshadow primer potion and I think that they've just come out with new colors. I've got caffeine, freebase, and sin here. I actually kind of like the look of caffeine. Looks like it's tinted like a darker brown kind of color. Oh, it's a little doe foot. Oh, it is. Oh, you could totally wear this on your own and not have to wear anything else. Oh, it's a really nice color. Yeah, you could totally just wear this and not use any other eyeshadows easily. Look how nice and natural that looks though. It reminds me of the MAC Groundwork paint pot, which is honestly, like, I use it so much. I use it on like my, you know, no makeup kinds of days. All right, so that has definitely dried down, but I feel like it's still a little tacky. So I'm going to use some eyeshadow over the top and we're going to try this brand new palette. This is from Zoeva. This is the Basic Moment eyeshadow palette. Look how pretty and neutral it is though. This is like weddings, proms, natural, everyday amazingness. And I'm just going to use a little of the brown shadow out of that just to sort of, you know, set this primer down and make sure that it stays all day. I've got a new mascara here today. This is the Clinique Lash Power Flutter to Full Mascara. Oh, I like the look of that. It's kind of hard to test mascaras on screen. I've got the crappiest natural lashes. The real test for me is the lower lashes and whether or not the mascara smudges throughout the day. So like I said before, I will update you guys on how everything wears in the description bar. All right, so I'm going to finish this off camera and then chuck some lashes on and I'll be right back. So we're going to move back to the skin now. I've got this new concealer by Lancome. This is their long-lasting softening concealer and I've got this in the shade number 3. I love squeezy tubes. They make me so happy. Yes! I'm going to use this on this little foundation brush. I'm picking up a tiny amount of that. So this concealer is really nice and creamy. It's quite full coverage. It's blending out well without looking cakey. So far, so good. All right, moving on to powder. I've got another newbie from Lancome. This is their Dual Finish powder makeup. So this is the shade Matte Sand number 3. So that there is what it looks like. It looks like the perfect color actually. And this is the little sponge that you can use wet or dry. Wow, it's like a really full coverage powder. I didn't expect that. Using it with a sponge gives you really full coverage. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm just going to dust it because I do still want to keep my skin looking. Oh, that powder really blurs pores. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Now I've left the hollows of my cheekbones and my forehead, sort of the sides of my forehead, free of powder because I'm actually going to use a cream contouring stick from Clinique, which I'm excited to try. This here is the Clinique Chubby Stick Sculpting Contour in the shade 01 Curvy Contour. Ooh, very pigmented. Clinique, you are impressing me by the second. I'm going to use this brush here. This is another brand new from MAC. This is the 141S, and I'm going to see what this is like to contour with. All right, turns out it's really, really good. Look how easy that like blended that out just now. It's not chunky, it's not choppy. It really fades nicely into the skin to look nice and natural. So for my cheeks, I'm going to use this new palette from NARS. This palette is so beautiful. So I'm going to use that bronzy color just to set the contour a little, and then one of the pink blushes on my cheeks. So just setting that down a little so it doesn't run away on me during the day with my oily skin. Everything from NARS is so pigmented, so you got to be careful, especially with some of these, you know, brighter shades. Otherwise you can be like, uh-oh, I overdid it. And then I'm using that lighter pink color. It's nice and natural, isn't it? All right, we're going to glow it up a bit now, and I'm so excited to try this, and I'm so proud of you, Casey. This is the Smashbox collaboration with Casey Holmes. This one here is the bronze palette. It looks very understated, but it looks very pretty. I'm going to pick up maybe this lighter color here. Again, much like that Zoeva eyeshadow palette, this is like a really nice natural highlight if you don't like to look too over the top crazy. Perfect for a wedding, perfect for more mature women, and perfect for anyone who wants it like a little bit more understated. Very pretty though. Well, I suppose we should put something on my lips then, huh? Why don't we try one of the Manny MUA Jeffree Star collaborations. So I've got them both here, Daddy and I'm Shook. I feel like I'm Shook will go really well with this. Ooh, that's nice. These wands are so easy to carve out your Cupid's bow, like super easy. So that is the finished look there, guys. I actually really like this, and I think that I will be recreating this in future. Very natural, barely there eyeshadows with more of a statement lip and very natural kind of glowy looking skin. So I hope you enjoyed watching me try out all of these brand new products. Like I said earlier, I will leave my thoughts on them and how they were throughout the day in the description bar down below. So if you're after that information, you'll find it down there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.